entrepreneur. At least I used to, that's where I came from. I'm a self-employed trucker. I freight rock, sand, gravel, and asphalt. The stickler that gets me is the fuel tax. That's a farce. Rock, sand, and gravel truckers running out of Nevada into California. California loves Nevada products. They're cheap. They resell them back to their own taxpayers in California for 3 or 4 times the amounts. They like that. But then they charge us their tax rate on their price for their fuel. That's burdening. That's burdensome to me. I can't stand it. I don't like it. And that is a stickler for me, and that's what I'm going to work on to pull the plug on. I'm going to change that. Thank you. William Boyd.
David Jones. We all believe in entrepreneurship. We're Americans. We believe in that. The issue is, it's a shame that those that you put in the state legislation and the state senate don't. See, being governor, I only can go so far. It comes on you and your friends and your family. You keep electing lawyers and businessmen that don't have your best interest at heart. They never can and they never will. No, excuse me, never will.
Thank you, Mr. Jones.
I partially answered this question already because I spoke about the reduction of licenses and permits and so forth. I don't believe that the state or any form of government has the right to be involved in such licensure and permits. That I believe in a free market system. I believe that a man has the right to contract with other men without permission, which is what a permit is or license is, with another. And then I do agree with you, it seems as though the state is almost trying to push away businesses rather than invite them in. I'm interested in a situation that is an environment where businesses and entrepreneurs are welcomed and can survive. And so that's what I would try to create, again, by making available the land and the resources for these purposes. Taxes also, I wish we didn't have any taxes at all. And I'd like to get rid of most of them. You know, obviously there's a necessary evil there that if we're going to have any type of form of government, that form of government must be funded. So then the question is how? I want to reduce a lot of the taxes. I want to reduce, I read through this commerce tax, I'm completely against it. I'm not in favor of property tax. I'm not in favor of an income tax. I know we don't have an income tax in Nevada, but federally we do.
Thank you, Mr. Bundy.
Well, I think the idea is that the power to tax is the power to destroy, and it's also the power to create. In Nevada, we are buried in ticky-tack fees and circumstances. So you go to the DMV, you pay for your registration, which is reasonable, 75 or 85 bucks, and then there's a tax. And the last time I was there, it was like 250 bucks for my car. There's another tax on top of that. They got fees on everything. We need to check to see that, are these fees really doing the job of supporting the government? The other problem we have is we lost over 300,000 corporations who were domiciled outside the state of Nevada, and some that were, when we raised the corporate tax fee to it's 75 bucks plus $750. They went to Wyoming, okay, where it's only 200 bucks. And I remember when I formed my first corporation in Nevada, it was, I think, 50 bucks plus $25 for the Secretary of State. We can't have people growing businesses or starting businesses if it costs them a significant amount of money to start it.
Thank you, Mr. Conquest. afternoon, Destiny Beavers. If elected, how would you save the taxpayers money in the event the Raiders and the stadium do not meet financial goals?
Oh, how would I save the money? Well, the people that voted for the Raiders sort of shafted the whole of Nevada, and especially Clark County, because we get nothing from the state. We get nothing from the usage and ticket sales or whatever for the stadium, and we're supposed to put up the bonds, and we're supposed to supply the first responders and such, and upgrade the roads and everything along that line. I think if the Raiders don't come here, it's not gonna be a big deal. There's thousands of businesses that we couldn't get to go here. One of the things that's happening right now, really quickly, is that the big hedge funds and tech companies in Silicon Valley are starting to move to different places. And I think we can recruit massive amounts of business opportunity simply by sending people over there and talking to them and seeing what we can do to get them to invest in Nevada. Thank you.
I'll have to apologize because I really don't know that the ins and outs of the stadium situation. So I can only answer generally that if we can see that this is a beneficial thing to our economy, that it will increase, income to the people of the state of Nevada, and perhaps we can figure out how, but I really can't knowledgeably answer your question, sorry.
Well, we know why the Raiders are coming, because deals were cut with your county commissioners. Let's just be real about this. They did it. Look at the location, the geographical location of that stadium. It sucks. No other city would even think about building a stadium that you can't even get adequate parking in it. We are the losers. Follow the money. Stop electing these politicians. They don't care. Like I said,
Thank you, Mr.
the only ones can answer that question is your county commissioners. And where are they?
Yeah, William Boyd again. That's an interesting question, Destiny Beavers. But when I was a kid, we used to go watch the Raiders play football at the El Rancho Tropicana in Santa Rosa, California. That's where they had all their, preseason exhibition games, practice, all that stuff. And they used to tear the whole town up. But the idea of them leaving Oakland and Richmond, coming here to Las Vegas. My question is how much money did they walk off and leave owing to Richmond and Oakland, California? I know there's a debt over there, and they still owe for the reconstruction of the Oakland Coliseum, and those debts haven't been paid, to my knowledge, in full as of yet. So guess what? That debt is going to wind up right here in the state of Nevada, and we, the people in the state of Nevada, aren't only going to pay for a new stadium, but we're going to pay for an old one. And that one's in California. Once again, my name is William Boyd, and thank you.
And I want to thank all the candidates that came out today. I want to thank Fred Conquest, Ryan Bundy, David Jones, and William Boyd, candidates for Nevada State Governor. Thank you for your time. Veterans of Politics International thanks you. We'd like to thank our panel members. I want to thank our sponsors, Ron Q for Treasurer, Real Water, Lakeside Business Suites, and Michael Broadway Realtor. And wish everyone a happy Easter.
Thank you.